Hey everybody, Norm over here, and I've got my buddy Martin artist Kenny Sultan, who's one of my favorite acoustic blues players in the world and one of the most knowledgeable on acoustic blues, as well as different styles from Piedmont to all different things. So you know, he's done a couple videos for us before. I'm going to let you kind of talk. This is a golden era, like a reissue of a 37 Martin 0018.
That's right. This is a beautiful reissue. In fact, I brought in today my 1936 Sunburst 0018 to show Norm. That was the one we had this talk a couple years ago that I bought that guitar for $1,000 off of Norm 35 years ago, probably, right? And
Norm is a big dum-dum.
and Norm told me he'd actually give me money back plus an extra $100.
We got a special sale. 1,100 bucks back on that 36 0018.
So I can
Sunburst.
So I can actually make 10% of my money. That's really
generous
kind
of me, right?
Thank you. But Martin's making great guitars now, great new guitars. This is very similar to my signature model that I have out. It came out about the same time. Mine has a few different things to it, different type of mahogany in the back, but this is a beautiful instrument. If you see mahogany back and sides, and these had Adirondack spruce tops, I believe, correct? Love the Sunburst, ebony neck, of course. Oh, it's a rosewood faceplate there. Yeah, and ebony bridge, and it's a cool guitar. It's a shorter scale, which I like. Not really a short scale guitar. It's like 24.9 inches.
Shorter than an OM.
Right, and here's the OM that we have in comparison. And this is a, what year is this? This is the real deal.
32.
This is
33, excuse me. It's one of the last ones.
Really? Wow, 1933.
It's got the full pick guard. The bigger pick guard doesn't have the banjo tuners like the earlier ones do.
This is a nice guitar. I've owned a couple of these over the years. And the difference is this is 25.5 inches from the nut down to the saddle. And so with that extra half inch or so, the string tension is, you know, it's a tighter, louder sound.
Gives a little more snap.
Yeah, and so this is more in between sort of a dreadnought and this. Even though the body sizes are the same, as you see, that little extra half inch is gonna, bam, and a little bit of that smaller size here is more for the, you know, bending type. But anyway, back to reality here. I'll try to play this semi in tune. So what I'm gonna do today, and oh, I did this before. Sometimes I wear finger picks, and a lot of people ask me from the first video I did with you, Norm, they can't get used to them. They're impossible, and they are impossible. Okay, so thumb pick, okay, I can handle that. Most people can, you know. But when it comes to finger picks, I don't use them at home, but for volume sometimes I will, because most of the time most people get this sound out of them, and it's not a pretty sound. So what I do, if you notice, I turn my picks towards my thumb here. So most guitar players, unless you play the classical style, will play on the right leg. And if you play on your right leg, what's going to happen is that you're picking at a slight angle here, usually. So if the picks are straight on your fingers, you're going to get the edge of the picks. So by turning them, and even though I'm at a slight angle here, picks are actually going straight up, so you can prevent that scratching. But honestly, fingers are just wonderful in their own. So what I'm going to do is I see a lot of people in here playing really good stuff, really hard stuff, fantastic guitar players. So what I want to try to do, I always love like 3-chord songs, 2-chord songs, like 1 chord, hooker style, or lightning. Oh, that's the 2nd chord. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, what I'm going to try to do is play a 3-chord song, C, F, and G. That's all it is. Now, I knew these chords when I was 7 years old. The C, the G, and then the F when I was 7 sounded like this for about 6 months. Then I got it to here. Then finally, I hated that chord. I tried to make it this way. You remember these Norms? This is a nightmare, man.
That was the big hump to get over the F chord.
If you get over the F chord, it was a miracle. So with C, F, and G, you know. So with those 3 chords, you can actually do a lot of style of, you know, nice porch picking is what I call it. I'm not going to do anything fancy. This is not a show-off song. This would be like if you're sitting on your porch, turn of the century, lemonade, or maybe a cold beer, and you're relaxing, maybe with family, hanging out. Very mellow. One of the first songs I learned finger picking, and I still love to play it. And it's called Buck Dancer's Choice. 3 chords. I might embellish it a little bit near the end just for fun, but primarily 3 chords. Harder now, maybe. A little bass run. C, F, and G.
Very cool.
So really, all you need to do is play 3 chords, and you know what? 90% of American music.
There it is.
There it is.
Hang on, Sloopy, twist and shout.
And oh, I know so many 3-chord songs. So Norm and I go way back. I'm stopping by to see my brother in LA today. I usually try to come by. Sold a couple of guitars to you today.
Yeah.
Norm's buying guitars, and I heard that, and I brought down.
Always, yeah.
Always. I brought down a couple. I figured, how many do I have? If I can't count how many I have too many. So now, one cleaner closet at least a little bit.
There you go. Well, Kenny, how do people find you? Because, I mean, Kenny, he's located in Santa Barbara.
I live in home of the blues.
He plays with Tom Ball, who's a great harp player, and the two of them together are one of the great acoustic blues duos ever. And so, are you guys out playing again? And all
yeah, well, this time of year, we're the festival season will be coming up, and the pandemic did whatever it did to everybody.
Sure.
If you want to see us locally, for 35 years, every Sunday that we're in town, meaning Santa Barbara, we play at this great historic stagecoach stop, 150 years old, up in the mountains called Cold Springs Tavern, and it's from 1:30 to 4:30. Totally cool spot. It's got great barbecue, adult beverages, a restaurant. We play outdoors, and no cover, and never has been a cover. And you're in the we say 10 miles from Santa Barbara, but 100 miles from anywhere. And it's really a wonderful spot. That is, if we're not traveling, we'll be in that spot right there. Tom is back in Santa Barbara right now. He is a great harp player and singer. I do not sing very well, or like crap, as what Norm would say. But we're around. You can reach me at KennySultan.com is the website, and Kenny Sultan at AOL. I'm still an old timer. Is my email, and got the books and all the crap.
And they're the modern answer to Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, and these guys really play great. And I give you a money back guarantee. You go to see them, these guys are going to get your money's worth.
Thanks, Nora. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Kenny Sultan.
Peace, everybody.
Kenny Sultan, Tom Ball and Kenny Sultan. Got to check them out. they're great. So,
Thank you. Thanks, Jim.
There you go.
Yeah, that was great.
All right.